body of a lemur.
The body of a lemur.
The body of a lemur.
Yo, I thought there was a finish there.
And the rib cage of a cat.
Okay. Okay. Super random to start the live off. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream between myself and Mr. Ruben Calvillo. Hey, man. It is 2:30 right now. I just got off of work about an hour ago. Hit you up and said, hey, what you doing right now? Because we got some news here with the Houston Texans and nothing that I was expecting. What are your thoughts? How you doing, first of all? And then let me know what's your thoughts.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. But I'm nervous. I already have so many videos prepared for what could potentially happen. We're just waiting to find out who our offensive coordinator is going to be. A lot of interviews are coming out. Kind of feels like how we were rating all the way back when with D'Amico Ryans. We were just like, when is the news going to, to happen? And I thought it was going to happen Monday. Thought it was going to happen today. No, it seems like the Houston Texans are, going to be very, very thoughtful with this process.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm getting a little jealous.
I know.
Getting a little jealous over there. Tampa Bay, they're just rocking out this OC search, man. They're just check after check after check. And I'm like,
we're spinning them out in Tampa.
That
was crazy. My fault.
Nah, for real though. Like, I know what you're talking about. I'm just like, damn, man. Okay. Over here, no offense. Gerard Johnson, Jeff Nixon. Okay. I want to see some more from the Houston Texans. I'm getting FOMO,
Come on, man. Out. Wow, look at you. We're keeping up with the new
FOMO.
Kids these days, man.
Look at them, huh? Look at me.
What?
I try
but no, dude, that like 100%. You don't want to be the one that doesn't get the, the hottest candidate out there. You don't want to be the one that doesn't even get to talk to the hottest candidate out there. So, but this is classic Nick Caserio. He always plays things close to the chest. No one really knows besides him, D'Amico Ryans, and the front office. I'm pretty sure conversations have been had. Interviews have been had. It's just about which one is the right guy.
For sure. I mean, the two that we know of that they've interviewed, Gerard Johnson and then Jeff Nixon. Jeff Nixon, I know a lot of people were just flooding the comment section on my video yesterday on him. Man, everyone's like, who is this guy? Or it's, man, this dude's really good from Syracuse. I'd be very interested to see him as OC. I'm kind of in the middle. I really like Jeff Nixon after doing like a deep dive on him overnight. Kind of like, this dude looks interesting. He looks very interesting. Whether or not he'll be the OC here in Houston or whether or not he's just interviewing for a position on the staff, we don't know quite yet. But, I mean, we haven't heard your thoughts on Jeff Nixon. What were your immediate thoughts? I know we broke some news on it on Bleacher Report, but it's been a few hours now after that, almost 24. So what do you think about Jeff Nixon right now, man?
This is one where you see, wow, the Texans are really doing their due diligence and going out there and actually trying to find the best offensive coordinator for this Houston Texans team. We brought up the fact that in 2016, he was part of the San Francisco 49ers staff as a tight ends coach. The head coach for the Niners at that time was Mr. Chip Kelly. So that's where we kind of, is this a potential, staff interview? Is Chip Kelly the guy? Feel like maybe we would have found out already if that was true or heard some rumors. But I think with Nixon, it's very intriguing. I mean, he's been a running back coach pretty much his entire career, has been with the New York Giants, has been an OC before with the Carolina Panthers, spent some time with the Baylor Bears. It's just I have the same concerns that I have with someone like a Nick Caley, someone like a Gerard Johnson, and a Josh McCown. You are a first-time play caller, and what if it doesn't work out and we're once again having to go into the 2026 season with looking for another offensive coordinator?
What if this next hire doesn't work out?
You better hope wherever Bobby goes, it don't work out either.
Oh, big time. What would be the status of D'Amico? Because, I mean, if this don't work out, and we got to have the conversation, because we can't just be like, oh, this is going to work. Like, obviously, we want it to work. We want to be optimistic. But reality is that this could not work out. What happens then? Like, what is going to happen to the Houston Texans? The next OC they hired just doesn't work.
Or you're going to have those people who say this is why you should have got an offensive-minded head coach so that you don't have the rotating door of a new play caller every other year, which is why you look at the Chip Kelly situation and say this might be perfect for the Houston Texans. I don't think Chip Kelly might get another head coaching opportunity, and that's fine. He could be a pretty damn good offensive coordinator and just make millions and collect wins. If Chip Kelly would come here, I could potentially see him here for 1, 2, 3 years. If it's a Nick Caley, Gerard Johnson, Josh McCown, and they have any type of success, expect them to get poached quickly. As Tampa Bay, they just went through 2 straight seasons where they had one offensive coordinator and then he left to go become a head coach. This is one of the most important hires, Harley, for the Houston Texans, and there is no getting it wrong. You got to get it right. This is year 3 of CJ Stroud. It is so important also for his development that you get the right guy.
Yeah, so looking through Jeff Nixon, he has college experience calling plays. He was the offensive coordinator for Syracuse. He has NFL experience because he was an interim offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. So I don't know how many games that was. I'd have to look when Frank Reich was fired and when did they switch over and all that good jazz. But no, not Frank Reich. Who am I talking about? No, Matt Rule, I believe. It was Matt Rule that was for the Carolina Panthers when he got fired. Regardless, he has some sort of NFL experience calling plays, no matter how small the sample size is. But to your point, it is a small sample size, and you got a lot of weapons here in Houston. You want to see this offense utilized to the best ability for sure. But, we can't run from the elephant in the room, right? I mean, the elephant in the room right now is the story that came out.
Yeah, Dom asked a great question.
Yeah, and we'll get to him in just a minute. First of all, shout out to Robert Land. Robert Land's the one that found the clip from Lance Zierlein.
Hey, Rick looks like he likes to party.
Say that? What's up?
Rick looks like he likes to party.
Rick looked like he'd been partying for older than us.
Yeah, it looked like he's been partying.
He's been hitting it older than us, man. I mean, Rick doing his thing, man.
Rick somewhere in his house has a rolled up joint that is older than me and Harley. It is lost somewhere.
So big time. Somewhere in between the couch cushions.
Somewhere.
A bunch of loose change. But we're getting into this story, and I see Dominic here. If the story is true, do you guys think this is more of a CJ issue or a Slowik issue? Ladies and gentlemen, we got the clip here, and we have to talk about it because this is just flooding the timeline. And what was supposed to be offensive coordinator news for the Houston Texans, you have Robert Land clipping an audio clip from Lance Zierlein talking about an issue between Bobby Slowik and CJ Stroud pre-draft. And this was a while ago. This was before me and Ruben got super hyped at the draft party when the Houston Texans not only drafted CJ Stroud, but traded up for Will Anderson. And man, there goes Rick. Comes Rick with the comment. Gummies now.
Hey, shout out to Rick. Hey,
we know what's up, man. We
evolve.
Know
we evolve.
For sure. And so definitely we're gonna get into this clip. We're gonna react to it right now. Let me see. Where's it at? Here we go. Here we go, man. We got John and Lance from ESPN 97.5. We're gonna take a moment with the comments, and here we go, man.
I'll tell you the whole thing now that Slowik's gone. CJ Stroud came to visit the Texans, and Bobby Slowik was telling them, okay, they were watching stuff on tape. Now, before I tell you this, when CJ was at Ohio State, he really didn't talk to the OC at all. He didn't think he knew ball. This coming from somebody who knows CJ intimately. He didn't think the offense coordinator was very smart. So he would only talk to Ryan Day. Ryan Day was the guy who had to communicate with CJ, which I didn't love that, honestly, before the draft process. And it played into some of my thoughts on CJ in terms of coachability. What I heard was that he didn't, like, his communication was Ryan Day and not the offense coordinator. Okay, well, that's a little strange, but whatever. He comes into Houston. Bobby Slowik is trying to tell him some stuff, and CJ just says, oh, yeah, I know that we call this, whatever, XY switch, whatever it would be at Ohio State. And apparently, maybe it happened a couple times, and Bobby Slowik just kind of jumped him, said, I don't give a what you call Ohio State. That's college. This is pro football. And Bobby kind of got in his face about it, And CJ's not one to back down at all. And CJ, and I don't know if Bobby was testing him, or I don't know what the deal was, but CJ jumped up and got back in his face. And it was very contentious. It had to be kind of broken up. And so when CJ went to his next draft meeting, and I talked to the team where CJ went, because I asked this team, hey, did you hear anything about this with CJ Stroud? And they said, oh, we asked CJ how his last visit went, which was Houston. And he said, terrible. I don't think I'll be going there. And people who train, like CJ's whole crew, did not want him to go to Houston. And they didn't think he was going to Houston because it was he and Bobby got into it. And then CJ was drafted by Houston, which that's one of the reasons I was really surprised. Like, I kind of wrote, after finding that out, I wrote CJ off from the Texans, and I thought, okay, this is Will Anderson for sure. And so when they traded for him, I was very surprised because I knew there was that lingering stuff there. But then in discussing all of it last year, I heard it was squashed. Like, there was no issue. Bobby and him were good.
There's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack there. And little breaking news on the Rockets side for anybody that's interested in Rockets news and rumors.
I love the Rockets, bro. I've been a day one Rockets fan, man.
Hey, man, I'm just talking, I got a lot of Texans fans that are not Houston sports fans. Okay. And look, we might not love you, but we enjoy that you watch. But it's all Astros, Rockets, Texans over here. Justin Shams, Sharanya. The Sacramento Kings are expected to open up talks to potentially deal all-star De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox. I know the Houston Rockets were definitely somebody that could be looking at De'Aaron Fox. Just a little side note in there as we get back to
Fred VanVleet, couple of picks, Jay Sean Tate, Jock Landale.
Okay. You got to give up
Cam Whitmore. Does it Cam Whitmore get it done?
I don't want to give up Cam, man.
Nah,
I really
but,
love me some
maybe
Cam
he
Whitmore.
is the next De'Aaron Fox, and he just, just does his best with a crappy organization.
Maybe the Rockets don't even want De'Aaron Fox. They just beat the best two teams in the East.
Why
the Cavs and the Celtics.
Just let it ride. Let it ride.
I think so. I'm fine with letting it ride right now. The Rockets are young and they're doing their thing.
Jacob keeps on trying to blow it up, get Devin Booker, get Kevin Durant.
I don't need that.
I'm like, dude.
I'm happy. I'm happy right now.
Yes.
I'm happy.
I
tell you who's not happy.
Talk to me.
The latest news, Bobby Slowik's agent is not happy. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. This latest news coming from Lance Zierlein, the clip that we just listened to, if y'all want to replay it, just, rewind it just a few minutes. But Lance Zierlein here is talking about a story between CJ Stroud and Bobby Slowik pre-draft. My immediate reaction was
my bullshit meter's going off.
Right? Like I feel like there's something that just doesn't make a lot of sense here. They're just the validity of this story. I don't know how much weight it carries, and I'm kind of like, okay. I mean, I listened to it. I listened to it twice. This is my third time listening to it now. Fourth time, actually, because we played it before we started the show. I don't know. My immediate reaction was, holy shit. And then I had to start thinking about it. And I went, I don't know how true this is. I'm not saying Lance Zierlein is lying, But this is the off season, and the off season is lion season. Like we all know, everyone is lying during the off season. There is stories that get fabricated all the time. What do you think, man? What was your immediate reaction, first of all, when you heard this?
So my first immediate reaction was, wow, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
that's why we've never seen, the chemistry between Bobby Slowik and CJ Stroud, right? And that was something that we talked about, how, when he's on the sideline and, his energy is off, he looks like he's alone. It doesn't look like there's anyone, who is talking to him and trying to get him out the funk. Then you see against the Los Angeles Chargers, Bobby Slowik is down there celebrating with the entire offense after they just beat the hell out of LA. Bobby with the fade, trying to catch a fade, surprises me because Bobby does not strike me as someone who would say, because, what they're implying is he was like, I don't give a fuck what you ran at Ohio State.
Basically.
This is the This is the NFL. We are the Houston Texans, and it's like, you're also a first-time play caller, Bobby. Another thing that doesn't kind of strike me well is CJ Stroud trying to, get back in his face. This is a job interview at the end of the day. And what CJ Stroud was doing was letting him know that he understands what he is talking about, but he just understands it in the way that was taught to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's showing you what he has learned, right? And that's where I kind of get well, why would you get mad about that right there? Why would you do that, right? And then I don't know. And it doesn't do it. Like, it doesn't make me feel any way about either person. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't feel any different about CJ Stroud. I don't feel any different about Bobby Slowik, but I don't. And me and you personally have had different people tell us that this is false. We've had some people say, "Oh, okay, well, maybe the story is true, right? It's still a big story. We don't know if this really did happen, but." I don't think it does anything to damage, either guy, really. I mean, maybe more on Bobby for, trying to get up into into CJ's face, but I don't think that could that happened.
Yeah, it's very odd because you're trying to tell me Bobby Slowik, little itty bitty Bobby Slowik,
no fade,
and no fade Bobby Slowik. I don't even know if this man was wearing a ball cap at this time. I don't know what he'd be rocking when he's not rocking the Texans gear. You talking little itty bitty Bobby Slowik, as frail as he is getting in the face of CJ Stroud? Look, CJ Stroud maybe shouldn't have acted the way he acted, but at the end of the day, he's the hot commodity. Like, you want me. The reason this whole interview is set up is because you are looking at me. Is that a little egocentric? Sure. I think one of the biggest things is hearing Lance Zierlein say his whole crew didn't think they were going to Houston.
No, then why was he crying?
Right?
Because if he didn't want to come to Houston, I'm not crying. I'm like,
I think he was crying because he got drafted.
Okay.
So I think that's where we can land there. But the whole crew didn't think that they were going to go to Houston. The whole crew means athletes first. The whole crew means David Mulugeta. The whole crew is somebody that the Houston sports fan base, the Houston Texans fan base specifically, knows too well, unfortunately. CJ even thought he wasn't coming to Houston. Now, this is just believing if Lance Zierlein's story has any validity to it. This is just on the assumption that this story is true. This is some crazy stuff.
He does like to cry. That's funny. Judge Dress. That was funny.
I mean, he did cry. Slowik needs to be a water boy.
Well, bro, we've been at every training camp practice that's been available to the public the past 2 seasons. We would have seen some type of, disdain between the two. But no,
And I think this is the best one. And this is where I was going to land. Is right there, man. Men have disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
We've had disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
We're still on a damn live stream right now.
When was the last time we had a disagreement?
I don't fucking know, to be honest. But
A couple
I
years.
assumed we've had one at some point. It's just human nature.
Right? You know what? Fuck
Human nature.
No,
Man, you know what? I'm gonna end this fucking live. Yeah, like I think it's just men arguing at the end of the day. You know, this is just a disagreement.
Bobby got
means anything.
but Bobby has no reason to do that though. He has no like the ball's on him in his first time meeting your potential franchise quarterback. I mean, maybe Bobby wants to set the tone and say this is entirely different than the NFL, but you got to do it a certain way.
I mean, I will also say this, you know, I was a manager at 19, had a lot of pushback, a lot. And I'm talking about from the employees and other people in power of management. Obviously, they don't like a young guy coming in 19. They know that they're going to get replaced at some point, you know. They know it. You know, they feel threatened. And you get people to say, oh, well, I did it this way when XYZ was the manager, you know, and I could see Bobby Slowik's point of view here, where he's going, all right, man, you know, this ain't Ohio State, buddy. You know, like Lance Zierlein mentioned that he had probably mentioned he did this at Ohio State a few times. Now, yes, to your point, he's trying to be comfortable, you know, like, hey, oh, well, we called it this way at Ohio State. But you say that multiple times, I'm going, all right, dude, I get it. You did this at Ohio State. This ain't Ohio State. This is the NFL. And I'm gonna throw a little respect to Bobby Slowik real quick. I'm gonna throw a little respect his way. The man has been around the game of football for a very long time. Because his dad, Bob Slowik, is a linebackers coach. His dad has been a positional coach for many, many years. Now, does that say Bobby Slowik can just treat people the way he wants to treat them? Again, if this story is real, no, absolutely not. But I'm just finding a hard time to believe that little itty bitty Bobby Slowik, a guy that can barely get hyped, a guy that looks like he would have replicated something Liam Cohen did yesterday in the Jaguars press conference. Like Bobby Slowik probably saw that Duval and got so fucking hyped. He probably was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's it. That's their guy. You know, like that. I just can't see Bobby Slowik getting that hype, getting that energy, getting that someone's face and saying, fuck you, basically. You know, like, I don't know.
Don't you think we would have heard about it also during the draft? I mean, this is the number 2 overall pick that we're talking about here.
It's true.
And during that time, we were, you know, there were so many hit pieces about CJ Stroud coming out. Oh, you know, his S2 scores is the reason, you know, why he is going to fall into this draft, and, you know, many other things. So I would feel like this would, because the way Lance Zierlein said is he asked his buddy, you know, who was, I guess, with the next team that CJ Stroud was talking to. And if someone told him that, then I'm pretty sure they would have told everyone that, and it would have been a big story of a potential, you know, struggle, you know, in that meeting. Because the way when you say it had to be separated, they were this close to each other, yelling at each other. Who was the third or fourth person in that room?
Yeah, right.
And how professional by both Bobby and CJ to say, even though the first time we met each other, we're gonna go 10-6 our first year. We're gonna go 10-6 our second year. If this is CJ Stroud mad and not bought in because of the OC, let's get someone who he's bought in with.
There we go, right there, right? At the end of the day, Bobby Slowik's fired. He was not fired because of this.
No,
Bobby Slowik
thank you.
Like Bobby Slowik was fired because he underperformed in the big year of 2024. You improved this team drastically, and you had Super Bowl hype. You had Super Bowl-esque expectations surrounding this offense and defense. Bobby Slowik did not get fired because he had a disagreement and maybe a little face to face thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's put some bread on the line. Bobby Slowik versus CJ Stroud, Octagon. Who you got?
Oh my God. It's over. It's like Jorge
Bobby Slowik eating.
Masvidal, Ben
Bobby Slowik
Askren.
eating, huh?
No, it's wrapped. But why would Lance say this 2 years later?
It's very. You know how this works, man. Anytime someone gets fired, the disaster piece comes out.
Right?
They
All
always do
the
this
dirty
shit.
laundry comes out.
How coincidental he gets fired, and then this story, he just drops this on his podcast. You talk about professional between Bobby Slowik and CJ Stroud. Feels a bit unprofessional here from Lance Zierlein to drop
Kind of
this story.
does, to bring up something from 2 years ago.
And it just, I'm kind of like, all right, I don't know about this one, man. And I think a lot of fans are, they're picking their team Slowik, team Stroud, and obviously everyone's going to side
I
with
mean, there
Stroud.
really shouldn't be I mean, the Texans picked for you.
Exactly. Yeah, like this is a funny one. This is a funny story that we have in the off season, and I'm sure at some point
If I'm CJ seeing this, I'm like, man, we got a jealous ex-girlfriend over here, bro.
I didn't understand this story. I didn't quite understand it. Doesn't make a lick of sense. You mentioned CJ Stroud being happy as hell, and my thing is if his crew didn't think they were going to Houston, then why didn't they leak this out? Why didn't they want him not to go to Houston? Like, there was plenty of other teams that needed a quarterback. The Tennessee Titans definitely needed a quarterback at this time.
Right behind us.
And I was about to say, the Colts were right behind you. And I'm sure they would be ecstatic about CJ Stroud over Anthony Richardson. So.
I mean, dude, we were dropping video. I mean, I think sometimes twice a day. We did not at all hear anything about this.
No. And you had a few people kind of go, well, I kind of, about his coachability. That's something Lance Zierlein had mentioned on there, was CJ Stroud's coachability. And you had some people actually like, I did hear about this coachability thing, and so it makes you wonder with CJ Stroud, because everybody immediately drew the correlation to the former quarterback that was here. And I'm not talking about Davis Mills. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. I'm not. There is no way this happens again to the Houston Texans.
Two quarterbacks who are not locked in.
What is going on? There's something happening.
Don't say that.
Oh, interesting. We got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news that should not be breaking news. I think this is news that everybody knew was going to happen, except one person. And Jordan Schultz has reported that there is breaking news. The Commanders' offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, despite interest from other teams, none named the Texans, has decided to stay in Washington for a second season following a remarkable turnaround that saw the team go from 4 wins to an NFC Championship appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, this should not be a shock.
Seeing what John responded with was funny.
Who, Hickman?
Yeah, Crumpler in the chat.
Okay, I got to see that. I got to see that.
But I mean, no duh. Cliff Kingsbury was going to go back to Washington Commanders, where he was just in, the divisional round in the playoffs, like the NFC Championship. What are we doing here?
This didn't make any sense whatsoever. We're being too nice. This made zero sense. a lateral move happened into the Houston Texans from Cliff Kingsbury, who just had one of the best rookie years with Jaden Daniels, the best rookie year ever with Jaden Daniels, going all the way to an NFC Championship game. That man was never coming to Houston to be an OC. Why the hell would you talk about that? Why? Oh, because it's an option? It's an option that was not going to happen. Like, come on. What are we doing? Too nice to people nowadays.
Nah, it's good to be nice, brother. It's good to be nice.
Okay. That's cool.
Harley don't care, guys.
I don't really give a fuck, dude. Like that was just a dumbass thing. Like there was just something really fucking dumb. You got people trying to be nice. Like, no. It's just really fucking dumb to say. Why in the world would Cliff Kingsbury come here to be the OC when he's already an OC? Oh, because he interviewed here 2 years ago? Well, yeah, that's cool. But he got hired to be an OC. Like, and he just coming off the NFC. They were one game away from a Super Bowl. Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson Jr., Jaden Daniels, Zach Ertz had an amazing year for them as well. Somebody that maybe the Texans maybe should have. 1 year, $3 million compared to a 3-year deal to Schultz was a pretty horrific comparison there.
Now I'm mad Mike McCarthy didn't get fired.
You on the Mike McCarthy train?
No, not Mike McCarthy. Mike McDaniels.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just thinking about your, your coachable, questions about CJ Stroud. People had that about Tua also, and then you saw Mike McDaniels going with over like 400 plays for him all the way back to high school and just showing him how great he is at the quarterback spot. These kids nowadays, they have an ego.
I do.
And yeah,
shit. Right here, bud.
Yeah, we got it, and takes the right coach to mold these people, these guys into, young men. When's the Chip Kelly interview? We don't know. Hopefully it's soon.
Hopefully we get some news sometime between now and like the next minute.
Right.
Like
if we see Houston Texans interview Chip Kelly, it's over. It's over.
I feel like it is
He's
too.
not leaving the building.
He can't, right? Like
if you let him leave, you're like, you feel like it's gonna be Gerard Johnson.
Do you think it's a Gerard Johnson?
I don't know, but from what we heard, it's a possibility.
The whole crew, huh? The whole crew didn't want CJ to come to Houston. And we got Gerard Johnson, who is pretty close with that crew.
Yeah, he's only known CJ since high school, since the Elite 11.
Yeah, right. And again, our implications here is that we're not liking a Gerard Johnson hire. And look, I don't mind Gerard Johnson. I think Gerard Johnson could do well here. I'm curious to see what he
pick.
Yeah, I will say that. Like when it comes to the rest of the offensive coordinators out there, I would have rather have a Chip Kelly, somebody that's been there, done that, boatloads of experience, and you can make a case that you can have yourself a top 15 offense in the league the following year. With Gerard Johnson, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what his scheme is going to look like. I don't know what his stuff will look like. Just because he was here with Bobby Slowik doesn't mean you're going to have the exact same scheme with him. Like everybody has their own adaptation of it. So, I would be very curious to see what it would look like. But when you have a video that says Texans hired Gerard Johnson, and then people ask you, what do you think his offense will look like? The answer is going to be, I don't know.
Exact same as Bobby's. Well, it's either going to be, I don't know, or what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see what he learned from Kevin O'Connell. We'll see what he learned from Frank Reich, Kyle Shanahan, and his own, mind, and see. Let's just see what happens. But no, they have not interviewed Chip Kelly, by the way. They have not. That's just us making videos and having fun and thinking that Chip Kelly.
All we know is that they view Chip Kelly as a top candidate.
That's all we do know. So, James, That's all we know, man. It makes no sense in the OC. You could develop a run game for the team. Chip Kelly could develop a run game.
Dude, people just keep on thinking Chip Kelly is going to be the worst thing to happen to this team. And, I was hearing, who was it? Kyle Long today with
yes,
the guy who wrote the article. And he said that, people say what you want about Chip Kelly as an offense. He knows what he's doing. And we've already ran through all the numbers, right? The 2 years he was with the Eagles, he was the fourth and third highest in terms of points per game. In the third year where he got control of the 90-man roster, he dropped down to 13th. How different would this Houston Texans season had been if you had the 13th, highest scorers team in the league?
I mean, you're talking at least top 15 offense. Man, you have a very damn good opportunity of beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you only lost to them by 9.
At Oregon, his team was at the least 6 points per game, 6th in points per game or better all the time he was there. Like, this dude is known to have an offense behind him. Now, once again, he is not going to have personal control. This is Nick Casario's team. This is DeMeco Ryans' team. I don't want to say let's not be dumb, but let's not overthink this.
Yeah, I don't want to overthink it either. I want the best option available.
The best option
team, and I think Chip Kelly is right up there as one of the best options for offensive coordinator. What do you think of? And no one's really talked about this enough. But what do you think of CJ Stroud declining the Pro Bowl?
I love it. It wasn't a Pro Bowl. I wouldn't say it wasn't a Pro Bowl season, but it wasn't the season where we could say, okay, fair.
I'll say it.
Yeah, we're being too nice. It was not a good season.
It was not,
for CJ Stroud. I like that he declined it. It sounds like he's going to be more locked in this offseason, which is what you want to see after a season where he was on, he was traveling across the world with Micah Parsons, being on all these podcasts, going to the Mark Rubin party. Who knows what a locked-in CJ Stroud looks like?
Who knows? CJ Stroud is going to be there February 13th at Dyken Park for the Cactus Jack celebrity softball game, by the way.
Okay. What if we see a difference in his body? Like that's the day he chose it to come out. He's fucking like just jacked.
He's got a I fuck Bobby shirt. That would be 2 weeks from now. If his body is in some form, transformed.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, man, we're looking 2 weeks from now.
I better not see no Amber Rose with you. I better not see a Kardashian with you.
I don't know who else you can throw in there, but
I want to see a Jennifer Lopez with you.
Maybe a Cooking with Kyle.
I don't want to see that either.
You got a little smile there. Yeah, if he comes out, CJ Stroud has the Cactus Jack jersey on, and then his shirt has to be a "Damn it, Bobby." He rocks a King of the Hill Bobby Hill shirt. That man's on different time. That man is on different time.
What are we seeing with a shaved head?
He is not shaving dreadlocks. And I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure those are not dreadlocks, but wherever they are, he's not shaving his hair. He's not doing that. That means a lot. that means a lot to him. So he is not doing that. Shaved head would be crazy. He's in his Britney Spears phase. This is fun. This is a crazy conversation about
a dumb conversation.
Bobby Slowik,
Bobby without a fade, trying to catch a fade. And CJ
Hey.
Stroud,
You're not
taking
giving
the
him a
bait.
round in the octagon?
Taking the bait and going right there. And the situation is so bad, it has to get separated.
Yeah, like, and see, there we go. I knew someone would get into it because he's not going to shave his head. That's just not happening. But good Lord. Nope.
At least she's a Christian now.
Okay. Don't mean you still ain't a hoe. Come on, man. You know how many times we've seen that shit? We've seen hoes from high school that we know that are now Christian. Oh, come on, man. I saw what y'all were doing at them parties, man. God ain't forgiving that. Come on now. God ain't forgiving that now. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't fool me with that shit. Fool me once, fool me twice.
Well, we didn't go nowhere.
No, you did not know where we go.
We didn't go
Bissonnette Christian. You going to the church on Bissonnette Street? That's crazy. Yeah. What do you think about people saying this was all set up for CJ Stroud to see how he reacted with Bobby Slowik yelling at him in his face, cussing him out?
Why would you do that?
And that's what I promise you. I promise you.
We got our diplomas
somewhere.
But yeah, and that's something that Barry brought up, and I'm like, there's no reason to do that.
All right.
Like, could you imagine, Harley? Okay, like we're in an interview, me and you.
Okay.
I was just reading the comment. No, but you're like, we're in an interview, and I'm trying to explain this to you, and you're like, oh yeah, I understand. I used to do that. Well, this is not where you fucking came from. Like, what? like, bro, do you want to draft me? Like, do you want me to be your franchise quarterback?
Just came out like,
the ball's on Bobby.
This ain't fucking Buckeyes football no more, bitch.
Now, if it was D'Amico, I understand.
And CJ Stroud went.
But Bobby Slowik?
What are you talking to? You imagine? I want to know.
Think we've ever seen Bobby mad?
I bet he gets red like a tomato.
He has to be.
I mean, that's how every white person gets like, man.
Almost passes out.
Yeah, big time. I would love to have seen.
Those big ass ears start ringing.
Mm-hmm. I bet his head gets bigger. That ball cap just gets larger and larger.
That's why it's bigger. So that
yeah, right.
It starts to fit.
This shit hilarious, man. This is a hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not putting too much stock into this whatsoever on either guy, on Bobby or on CJ, because at the end of the day, they were still able to be professional, win 10 games in year one, get to a wild card win, blow out the Browns. Hey, you win 10-7 the next year also. Once again, you blew out a team in the wild card. Hey, we're not always supposed to like each other. And that's the thing. We're not always supposed to like each other. But at the end of the day, when the opening whistle sounds, we are Houston Texans. We are H-Town till we drown. So, and like you mentioned, he didn't get fired because of this argument. He got fired because the offense took a drastic step back. That's why Chris Strausser is no longer out here. Neither is Cole Popovich. We needed an entirely new offensive coaching staff. So that needs to come sooner rather than later.
You know what? I know Juan joking around. There. I think Bobby need a massage. I think Bobby needs one of them.
Can you imagine if we heard that? Like, like not about the massage. No.
I'm about to say what? Bobby getting his rocks off, huh?
Can you imagine? We hear CJ Stroud, Bobby Slowik get into it. the entire NFL world is gonna would have bashed the Houston Texans,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, look at what you were doing. You're screwing up your opportunity to build up a
Oh,
relationship.
I see
Like,
what you're saying.
the vibe around the Houston Texans 2 years ago wasn't like it is
Horrible.
right now, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
We were called, the bottom of the bottom, the butt of every joke. Like, we reviewed. Remember, we lost the number 1 overall pick. We lost the number 1 overall pick for winning that game against Indy. We were
Yeah.
clowned for doing that. This would have came out. This could have just spiraled the Houston Texans.
Yeah. If this story came out the exact moment it happened, oh man, oh buddy, this would not have been
That's
pretty.
what they'll be talking about as soon as he got drafted.
Yeah, this would have been pretty bad. This would have been a very bad look. The Texans already had a negative look, as you mentioned before. So, I mean, if this had came out when it did, during pre-draft and everything, oh man, I don't know. I don't know how much longer Bobby Slowik would have had a job.
Hey, you would have had people, bro. I prom. We would be like, who the fuck is Bobby Slowik to be doing this?
Yeah, we'd be like, why is this motherfucker? Like, we're nobodies back then.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the draft happened, it went to
Oh, if that would have happened, bro, we would have been a joke. We would have been a joke. We would have almost been had to force not to draft CJ Stroud after that.
Nah, you do it in spite now. You got to commit to the bit.
But then you gotta, the storyline. These two don't like each other. These two, it's like an Eli Manning. It's like a situation like that.
Yeah, the Chargers drafted Eli Manning, even though his dad said he was not going to go to the Chargers, and they still drafted him because they're being assholes. I love that petty shit, though. We played Deshaun Watson at safety. I love that petty shit. You don't think my GM like that petty shit? You don't like my GM like that petty shit, man? He petty as fuck.
Can you imagine? He would have picked off Davis Mills and would have started a fight at practice.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. I mean, we needed Pro Bowl's a joke. Proud of CJ. He's locking in, but he's going to be at that Cactus Jack Foundation.
Well, he has to. It's a foundation,
Does he have to?
I mean, at the Pro Bowl, it's not. I mean, you're just having a party a straight week in Orlando or Miami with the boys.
I thought he was locked in, though. Why does he got to show up at a softball game?
It's one day, brother, compared to a week. A week in a different city where there's a bunch of you're being very complicated right now, Hardy. And we might have an issue. Now I'm playing, but he's like a week away. I
don't know. This is how I do it on my show. I don't know about you. Good Lord, man. I mean, this story is just fucking funny. Like, I'm sorry. I could just see this little itty bitty piece of shit trying to talk crap on
no way
CJ
someone
Stroud.
had to separate him, bro. There's no
Who's separating Bobby?
Separating Bobby?
I'll tell you what separated Bobby. CJ Stroud's fist. I'll tell you that's what separated. Who the fuck separated Bobby Slowik?
I've the scene from Transformers. I don't know which Transformers it is, where the Asian doctor, he's pressing the boss inside the restroom, and then like he starts like making him try to flinch. Like, could you imagine Bobby Slowik trying to make CJ Stroud flinch?
Bobby Slowik was doing nothing.
This in Ohio State.
Yeah, I can see that. Bobby Slowik thinks he's fucking Blue Mountain State. Like Bobby Slowik thinks, come on, man.
We're gonna do an oil change right now.
Yeah, come on, man. What did Bobby Slowik do? Bobby Slowik sounds like a goof.
Now, and like, just have Daniil, Will, have the boys go out there and have them recruit and say, our boy CJ, he's back in Houston. He's locking in,
My boy Andrew calling you out.
Dude, if you don't want Mike McDaniels from the Dolphins, I'm sorry, Andrew. You don't know what you're talking about. Mike McDummy. What a nickname. That's a good one.
Pretty good.
All right, Andrew, shout out to you. That's a good one.
Good nickname. Good nickname.
It's 3:00, man. We're reacting. This is kind of
We're having a
what
blast.
good teams have to worry about, right? Just stupid shit that doesn't mean anything, right?
I mean,
2 years
you look
ago,
at
this would have been breaking news. This would have been, everything's failing. You're not gonna get CJ. You missed out on Bryce, so you're either gonna end up with Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Dear God.
Oh, good Lord. You imagine that. You imagine that. I again, I don't really believe anything from
There's
this.
a storyline where that happened. There's a timeline where that happened.
There's a multiverse somewhere where the Houston Texans
Got Will Levis.
Took Will Anderson
and
then
Tyree Wilson instead of CJ
Lord.
Stroud.
Oh, then now you think about it. Lance Zierlein's the one that did say that the Texans were going to get. Maybe this is his way of coping.
Kubiak's already hired.
Unless you're talking about Gary. Gary is a free agent, but I don't know if Gary's going to want to get back into.
Shout out to Juan. He got that shit on in the profile pic.
Yeah, man, Juan got that shit on, and he got that shit on because he in the restroom taking that.
Restroom, so he's probably at like a wedding, a quinceañera.
Yeah.
So
maybe a little prom, maybe a prom.
Hey, what?
Maybe a prom.
We hope you had a fun night, Juan.
Oh, big time. Gary is retired. Clint Kubiak went to the Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll went to the Raiders.
That's very interesting.
What the fuck is going on?
And he's 75 years old?
75?
And you want to put him in Vegas?
Hey, that man still gets down too. You think that man's
man of my own heart, Just
and Marshawn Lynch was there.
Marshawn Lynch was hype. I mean, how can you not be? Pete Carroll was a pretty good head coach.
Yeah, you know him, and Marshawn Lynch is a Raider fan, so
remember when Marshawn went back to the Raiders?
Yeah, that was a weird time. That was like a multiverse. He's 73, by the way, Ruben. He's not 75. Okay. My goodness. Stop making him 2 years older.
Damn.
73, man.
I don't want him running out the tunnel. I don't want him like walking down the stairs. Like he's gonna have to have a 4-wheeler or a golf cart when he's in training camp. Like when you're 73 years old, dude.
Yeah, man.
And you're around grown men who are human torpedoes. You got to be careful.
You don't think he's still gonna be flinging that football? He playing quarterback with the Seahawks.
Man, he just throws out his shoulder or something.
His shoulder, his whole arm.
That's the kind of thing you gotta worry about when you're 70. When you're 73, you gotta worry about shit like that.
Shit, man, I'm 20 something. I still worry about.
Yeah, I still worry about throwing my stuff. Does Brian Leftwich still coach? Yes.
Yeah. Not. I don't know if currently he does. Currently he's not with anybody. But he got fired from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know a lot of people have been mentioning Brian Leftwich lately, but no, I don't think he is currently coaching. But you're talking about a guy that was a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator under Bruce Arians, kind of a scapegoat when they fired him. Mm-hmm. Hasn't gotten a job since. I don't mind him on the staff, but I don't think I'm ready to just go, yeah, let me throw him at OC.
So it's like a passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach, something of that nature.
Yeah, he could be an offensive assistant. That's what he can be.
I wouldn't mind bringing him in.
I wouldn't either. I think the biggest thing is one of the biggest things we didn't talk about. 610 Sports Radio were actually also reacting to that clip of Lance Zierlein and company. And
what are they saying?
You had Brandon Scott that was on there with them. Let me see if I can find the clip. If I can.
And this is a rare crossover between stations.
Yeah, right. Like they were just talking about it, but I mean, hey, it was it was trending. I mean, how can you not talk about it? You know, a Bleacher Report picked up the story.
Our employers?
Yeah, they picked up the story as well, man. So and they posted it. So this is gonna go everywhere, and it's not gonna
We
be
gotta talk about
nice.
it
I'm
now,
not
bro.
gonna like this.
We got to do a video about it.
Oh, big time, big time.
CJ, I'm
But
sorry for the drama that's about to happen today.
from what I can remember, because I can't find the clip right now, but from what I can remember, they were talking about this clip, the audio clip about CJ Stroud and Bobby Slowik.
Mhm.
And Brandon Scott had mentioned how Case Keenum and how much of a buffer and a help he was to CJ Stroud's rookie year. And Case Keenum was somebody that was kind of like you can say the messenger and stuff, you can say the guy in between to help CJ Stroud figure stuff out, always in his ear, like just a constant guy that was always in his ear. And he talked about how helpful Case Keenum was to him his rookie year. Now, he's not saying that, this disagreement between him and Bobby was happening throughout the whole year. Like, obviously it wasn't, because you were rocking and rolling that year. Because if it was, you wouldn't be having that kind of year. Unless my quarterback's just him, maybe that's what it is.
Can you imagine, bro? Can you imagine if he's just this fucking good without an OC he likes?
I fucking hope so. My dumbass, and I've done a lot of dumb things, but my dumbass recorded a TikTok, recorded an Instagram reel that, you know what? All the comments, they're going crazy about it right now, because I said, ladies and gentlemen, that the Houston Texans in 2025, oh, well, sayonara to the Buffalo Bills, sayonara to the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all couldn't get the job done. We've counted on y'all twice to take out the Chiefs. The Houston Texans in 2025 are going to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. They will dethrone them as AFC Conference champions. And the Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, with CJ Stroud and a brand new offensive coordinator, you want to rely on us. You want to throw some weight on us. We will be ready in 2025. We will be ready.
Damn.
We will be ready. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we'll be ready with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, you think you could get it done?
Yeah, right. I mean, get something done. Give me an offense coordinator that knows what the fuck he's doing, that can actually adapt and adjust, and not yell at my fucking quarterback.
Yeah, not yelling at him as soon as he meets him.
Like, come on.
Like, hey, man, I'm CJ Stroud from the Ohio State. We are not at Ohio State anymore, buddy.
You know what Bobby Slowik is? He's that guy. He's that meme where he's yelling in the golf course. Like, and it's that white guy that has zero physique. He takes his shirt off. You went to heaven? You see that? You want to go to heaven, short stack? You're looking at a body of God, motherfucker. Like, that's what Bobby Slowik did. Bobby Slowik did exactly that.
I think I gained more respect for Bobby.
Bobby Slowik has nuts.
Bro, do you think there's like a John Wick side of Bobby? It's like a dark side to him that he just can't turn off.
Maybe CJ talks shit about his dog.
This is stupid. This is funny.
This was a funny story, man. This is
what happens when you don't have to worry about a franchise quarterback, a head coach, a defense. CJ needs to stay off the podcast. Agree.
Yeah,
he didn't do himself any favors. He made me and Harley look like idiots with the bro. I defended CJ like he was, like he was my blood this offseason, man. I'm like, ain't no sophomore slump. How dare you? How dare you say sophomore slump? About whose hand?
You know who he talking about, man.
Come on, baby. Big city Caps. I'll meet them all. Dude, Alameda Mall still kicking it.
I don't know, man. They're closing Macy's.
What?
Yeah, they're closing the Macy's there, dude. Alameda Mall gonna get shut down, man.
They're closing the Macy's?
Yeah, right there.
When was
45
this
Avenue.
announced?
Shit, I live like right next to it. So shit, I've been knowing for the last like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean,
Straight
it's
up.
cooked.
Alameda Mall shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but
it's
that's
like ass in there, bro.
And there's parts of that bitch that don't have AC. But damn,
Yeah,
that food court is gonna be legendary, brother. The chicken strips, the fries, the Hertz chicken. You know, whenever I saw the cookie place go out of business, I said, "Wow,
My
now
fat ass shed a tear.
I heard
My
that
fat ass shed a tear.
that Pasadena Town Square Mall is still kicking it.
They are?
That's what I heard.
Oh, no fucking way. I gotta go there.
Just
I gotta
so
check this
sad,
out,
bro. Walking in a mall that's empty is fucking sad.
I just go to Baybrook, man. I'm right there. I just
Baybrook's becoming too what's
You trying to find a word here? Here we go. Without getting canceled.
it's becoming a little too. I mean, I guess you would say bougie for me. Right? Everyone's walking around like they got a stick up their ass. Ever since they put a Perry Steakhouse there, people, people could walk around acting like they got some millions in their bank account. Absolutely not. Don't forget where you are. Don't forget where you are. You're at Baybrook Mall. Do not forget. The only thing this bitch used to have was an Auntie Anne's pretzel and a Foot Locker back then.
Amen.
Hey, Baybrook has come a long way.
They're great. I love me some Baybrook. I'm not gonna shit on Baybrook.
I like where they put that that little bar like right by the Foot Lockers and right by the food court.
Okay.
Dude, just go, baby. I'm gonna sit down. This is where I'm gonna be at. Mall of Mainland, Texas.
I'm trying to remember that, and I can't.
Me.
It's in Texas City, so
is the outlet still going, right?
Oh hell yeah, the outlets are they're live.
The Tandra outlets, baby. They got like 3 Auntie Anne's in that bitch.
Greens Point Mall. Don't go to Greens Point Mall. Don't. Yeah,
what's that other mall? Or like there's like a floor full of just Dominican barbers everywhere.
What?
Dude, yes.
Talking about the Pulga, man?
No. Like Flyers Mall? No, brother. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Let me see.
I don't even remember. I don't remember. The whole
Someone
chat
in the
talking
comment
about
knows what I'm talking about.
Rich people shop at Baybrook now. Shit.
Dude, it's like a freaking monstrosity. Yeah, Plaza Las Americas.
Ah, that motherfucker.
There's a whole floor of just straight Dominican barbers.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I hadn't been in there, no telling how long.
Yeah, Thirsties is still at. Oh, yeah, they still at Alameda. Thirsties ain't going anywhere, buddy.
Thirsties,
They lost their aura, you know. That strawberry banana don't hit no more.
Thirsties don't do nothing for me. I can make that shit at home.
Yeah,
like Sharpstown Mall's funeral home. Good lord. D-Brook is the best. I don't know, man. I've never been to Deerbrook.
You know which one I haven't been to in a long time, and I'm pretty sure it looks like a fortress now. Pearland Town Center.
Oh, dude. I love some Pearland.
I haven't been there in a while.
I love it. I love it there. It's just chill, super calm. I like Pearland Town Center. I'm a Pearland
Galleria is always going to be the Galleria, but their parking's insane.
Fuck the Galleria.
Dude, do you know there's apartments in the Galleria?
Yes, there is.
There's fucking apartments.
Big time. Katie Mills Mall, man. Yeah, no, man. No. There's apartments there. I know. I don't go to no Galleria. I'm not driving over there, man. I don't want to drive over there. Why do I need to drive over there?
Damn, Rick, how old are you?
A cattle ranch. I don't know, man. I have to ask my dad. My dad's 60-something, so I have to ask him.
Yeah, no. Shout out to baby. I don't know how we started talking about malls.
I don't know either, man. we're gonna be wrapping up the show, and then we just got into talking about malls here. So
Just
I appreciate the 400, about almost 450 people in here, though.
yeah,
I do
on
appreciate
on a Tuesday at 3:00, no less.
that.
These are the guys that are at work, and they just pop us in their ears, and our sole job is to keep them entertained right now.
610 was a 2-lane. I never been to Memorial City Mall.
Really?
Never been.
Let me look it up.
Never been to Memorial City Mall.
Have you been
Too
to the
far of a-
Woodlands Mall?
No.
You haven't been to the Woodlands Mall?
No.
That was pretty nice.
What the fuck I need to go there for?
But that was Baybrook like back then, so I can only imagine what it's like now. I probably got flying cars and stuff over there. Those rich white people in Conroe, they get down. Yeah, I've never been to Memorial City Mall.
No, I've never been there. Why do I need to go there? It's too far of a fucking drive for me.
I usually live by Katie Mills. Katie Mills is lit.
Katie Mills is nice. I've been there before.
It's packed, dude.
It's too far of a fucking drive for me. Too far of a fucking drive, buddy.
They said
too far.
Look, I'm at work right now. I just got off work. Yeah, absolutely. I know you guys is.
Trying to find out what they're gonna eat.
Hey, what'd you do in the snow last week?
Fun, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
I felt like a kid. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I did feel like a kid falling down the fucking stairs and shit like that. But
no, I loved it. I love the snow. I do, because we don't get it all the time. So I think that's why I love it. And
they said we needed a snow day.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. We had a pretty horrible year as Texans fans watching this inept offense. We needed a snow day. I loved it. Here we go again.
Here
we go again.
I can't tell you, man.
We've said this before.
Yeah, we've said it before.
So you want to search through live streams?
Man, I don't know. But
that's an old live stream. We've said it before.
Yeah, we're in the NFFL, the National Flag Football League.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right, man. Did y'all go to high school together? Yes, we did.
Yeah, dude, I've known Hardy for like 10 something years now.
Fuck, has it been that long?
Yeah.
2015. A little bit more now, about 12 years.
Wow.
Fuck, dude.
First, when we did that free agent video a long time ago at my crib.
Yeah, I get fucking pissed because I saw that video like 2 years ago, and I had my hat the other way, and it was just covering my face. So I'm talking like this, like I look like an anonymous person in the video. I'm like, why didn't no one tell me?
Didn't go to Chavez, but you got the right general location.
Yeah.
Dangerously close too, motherfucker. Dangerously close.
Dangerous for me because I lived right down the street from Chavez.
Yeah, my pops was right down the street from Chavez.
Nope, no,
Alvin, but I did play there.
There we go. I did not. Alvin High School, nope. No Alvin for me. And no, man, I live right down the street from Chavez. I lived on Howard.
Yeah, you do?
I used to.
Oh, you moved?
Well, that was my parents. That was my parents' house.
Okay.
So yeah, and not so bad. Not so bad. It's not so bad. Great area. Loved it. Just nothing but fucking homeless people walking around.
Just smelling like shit every couple hours. Because it's
my,
right by that.
My razas everywhere, man. Like my Hispanics are everywhere. And then at some point in high school,
Milby, but close.
Very close. And then at some point in my high school times when I was living at home, that's when the prostitution just went crazy.
Yeah, they're right by Richie. They're right by that Manny Seafood. I don't know what it is about it, but they go crazy right there.
Yeah, no, they were for me. They're right there on Chilo's Seafood, right there.
Yeah,
Chilo Seafood all across to there. There's a hotel there, and then next to the hotel, there's like this 45 South smoke shop novelty.
420.
Yeah, 421. I think that's what it's called. And
they got a theater back there. Not that I know anything about stuff like that, but
all in quotations, because there is no way you're not leaving out of that place without a damn HIV or AIDS. I mean, you sit down and you're sitting on a petri dish. I mean, come on. It's
you walk in and then the floor, you know, every step you take, like,
yeah, man, you got that Squidward noise every step you take. Like, nah, man, nah. I'm not touching it. I'm trying to bub this and that though. I mean, we
know a lot. You know, Tubi has Bissonette movies.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I actually want to see it. I have not seen it. I know it's probably one of the worst movies ever to come out, but I would love that.
Shout out to Lewis.
That's a real one right there. That's a real one right there. Any ice raids on that side yet? Man, I'm sorry to my people in Seller Brothers, 45 South on Wayside, man. I heard there was an ice raid there. I don't got no pictures or anything, but I heard there was an ice raid there, man. It hurts hearing that. Hurts my heart hearing that. It really does. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Ayush, we'll bring it up to Ayush. Well, Ayush, it's only because you joined an hour late, but apparently CJ Stroud and Bobby Slowik got in an argument during the draft. It was when they were having their interview with CJ Stroud, and apparently many times CJ Stroud let Bobby Slowik knew what he was talking about based off what he learned at Ohio State. And then at one point, Bobby Slowik said, I don't give a fuck what, this is not Ohio State. This is the big leagues. And apparently they got into it, had to get separated, and that was all she wrote. That's it. And this will happen 2 years ago. The more I hear it, the more I want to see
God shit stack.
The more I hear this story, the more I'm like, dude, I don't see it. I don't see Bobby Slowik getting so, and for Bobby Slowik to get mad at that, right? For him to get so mad that he's like, this isn't fucking Ohio State. Like, okay, buddy. All right. How big is that ego, Mr. Bobby? If I'm CJ, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm taken back.
I mean, we got.
They had to get separated, dude.
We got to do it. We got to.
This was Bobby Slowik, guys.
This was.
We got a Karen on the golf course right now.
I don't give you a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna take your clubs.
This was Bobby Slowik.
Then leave.
I'm not getting a fight on a golf course.
Then leave. I'm gonna stand here and you can complain. Goodbye.
I'm not complaining. You're the one bitching.
No, you're the one that approached me and I asked you no longer speak.
You took her ball.
Please don't speak to me.
You took her ball.
Oh, you took her ball.
Dude, I'm not gonna fight you over.
If you need money for a golf balls,
This was Bobby Slowik with CJ.
Bobby
Stroud.
has to be the same height as him.
Big time.
Walter.
Look at that.
Oh, here we
Same
go.
physique, bud.
Oh.
That's what you been to heaven, bitch, and you want to test God, you fucking come get it. Shit stack.
That was Bobby Slowik.
That's a dude who's been to heaven, short stack.
Like that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Bobby Slowik. That's what Bobby Slowik did. The audio.
Yeah, you want to play audio again of the Lance Zierlein?
Sure. Yeah. I'll get it real quick.
Just for Ayush, because we like Ayush. And even though Ayush is a hoe,
okay.
What? CJ Stroud.
Give
Here
me
we go.
a minute,
It's for you,
give me a
Ayush.
minute.
It's for my guy, Ayush.
Just for Ayush. Here we go.
I'll tell you the whole thing
2
now
minutes.
that Slowik's gone. CJ Stroud came to visit the Texans, and Bobby Slowik was telling them, okay, they were watching stuff on tape. Now, before I tell you this, when CJ was at Ohio State, he really didn't talk to the OC at all. He didn't think he knew ball. This coming from somebody who knows CJ intimately. He didn't think the offense coordinator was very smart. So he would only talk to Ryan Day. Ryan Day was the guy who had to communicate with CJ, which I didn't love that, honestly, before the draft process. And it played into some of my thoughts on CJ in terms of coachability. What I heard was that he didn't, like, his communication was Ryan Day and not the offense coordinator. Okay, well, that's a little strange, but whatever. He comes into Houston. Bobby Slowik is trying to tell him some stuff. And CJ just says, oh, yeah, I know that we call this, whatever, XY switch, whatever it would be. At Ohio State. And apparently, maybe it happened a couple times, and Bobby Slowik just kind of jumped him, said, I don't give a what you call Ohio State. That's college. This is pro football. And Bobby kind of got in his face about it, And CJ's not one to back down at all. And CJ, and I don't know if Bobby was testing him or I don't know what the deal was, but CJ jumped up and got back in his face. And it was very contentious. It had to be kind of broken up. And so when CJ went to his next draft meeting, and I talked to the team where CJ went, because I asked this team, hey, did you hear anything about this with CJ Stroud? And they said, oh, we asked CJ how his last visit went, which was Houston. And he said, terrible. I don't think I'll be going there. And people who train, like CJ's whole crew did not want him to go to Houston. And they didn't think he was going to Houston because it was he and Bobby got into it. And then CJ was drafted by Houston, which that's one of the reasons I was really surprised. Like I kind of wrote, after finding that out, I wrote CJ off from the Texans and I thought, okay, this is Will Anderson for sure. And so when they traded for him, I was very surprised because I knew there was that lingering stuff there. But then in discussing all of it last year, I heard it was squashed. Like there was no issue. Bobby and him were good.
So why even bring it up, Lance?
Yeah, like
okay, I didn't hear that part at the end.
The ending clip. Like I want to hear more of it now.
Oh yeah,
and I'll find it on my own time. I will because that ending clip.
Yeah, bro, we didn't hear that.
Let's get to this ending clip real quick.
They traded for him. I was very surprised because I knew there was that lingering stuff there. But then in discussing all of it last year, I heard it was squashed. Like there was no issue. Bobby and him were good.
No issue. God. It was squashed. Him and Bobby were good.
Oh my God. Oh, dude, what? I didn't hear that last part at all. Oh.
Then what are we doing? Why are we reporting it then?
Are we that deprived of content?
So what's the end game for Lance Zierlein for?
And why wasn't this brought up when he heard about it? And why wouldn't the other team would say, we heard it went terrible?
Yeah, exactly, right? That's exactly what
terrible.
That's a great point because you're the Tennessee Titans or anybody else. The Colts at number 3 should have an AFC South division rival.
It would have to been someone from them, bro, because those were the only ones who needed a quarterback.
And the Colts should have been like leaking this story.
Yeah.
I heard this happen between the now OC of Bobby Slowik and CJ Stroud, and this ended up being an altercation. Now you got to exaggerate it when you say it, It was an altercation between both men, and they had to be separated.
It was a fist fight.
Yeah, man. I saw Bobby get a swing on CJ. I didn't see that. Now we're getting too far.
Okay, now hearing that last part, this makes this an absolute joke. And and whoever cut that out, or whether that was Harley fucking up and not playing the last 5 seconds of it.
Hey man, I played it. All right, the ears weren't working.
Hey bro, we didn't hear that last 4 seconds.
I don't remember. I don't remember it either. But whatever.
But now that we have that, this is nothing. This should have been nothing. This should have stayed nothing. And I like you. I want to go back and now listen to the whole show because out of content, we took it as like a, like a hit piece on CJ Stroud,
a disaster piece,
little
Heidenreich reference.
Oh my God! Way to go, Harley. Yeah, Harley fooled us.
Hey, I'm a double agent. You know what, guys? Lance Zierlein.
He's Jack Easterby.
Oh, man, you imagine that. I want to take credit for the success of the Houston Texans seasons the last 2 years by all of God, as a man of God and as a priest, as a preacher. you know, we enjoy that that I brought a quarterback to Houston that is a man of God. And that's exactly what Jack Easterby
What
wanted
if
to.
Lance is a Bobby guy, like a Bobby agent? Because, like IU said, I think we got a mystery to solve.
Zoinks.
Zoinks.
What? Play the Scooby-Doo intro, Ayush. Here we come. Ree.
They said they're trying to make CJ look uncoachable. I mean, that's what it sounds like because, Lance Zierlein said that's where I have CJ. He said I had CJ penciled off and said, okay, Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah, we all knew Will Anderson was going to be a Texan, right? Like, it just felt so obvious.
Okay, hold up. Now let's bring this back up. We knew about CJ Stroud getting drafted and the Will Anderson trade up, because of who we were with at that time.
Yeah,
we would have heard something at that moment,
right?
Come on,
he would have told us something.
He would have told us something right then and there.
Like, hey guys, I don't know about CJ, man. I heard this. He got into it with Bobby, and him and Bobby had a little confrontation. So I feel like we're trending towards this is a false story.
Yeah, because for him to say they squashed it, they're good.
Yeah, like it's like me and you.
Not squash it after 10 wins in the division title, right?
You're 20-12 in 2 or 20-14 in 2 years. You've brought success to this franchise that hasn't seen the word success in like 3 years. And if anything worse, like you were a black eye, we were horrible, we were disgusting, we were everything else, and but the back end. But it I don't know, man. This feels fabricated. This feels like a whatever. Yeah, whatever. And I think people are trying to figure that out too, and I think they are. That this is a fake story.
Some truth. Maybe he, but I don't think there was no altercation. I didn't think they had to physically separate the two.
You don't think Bobby was swinging? Maybe Bobby built like that. We don't know.
Can you imagine if Bobby Slowik started swinging on fucking CJ Stroud?
I'll tell you one thing.
You started beating his ass, like just pop, but he started just like I'm tired of it. Just like
see, I can't believe it.
I can't either. This dude,
that nerdy little cracker.
I thought no one noticed that I had my hat off. Remember when he said that?
Yeah, and he was so stupid because he said, even my wife, didn't notice, or even my wife told me about it or whatever. Like, I'm like, all right, dude, what are we talking about? Talk about the fucking game.
Yeah,
talk about adapting the offense. Talk about fixing the offensive line. Talk about something else. I want to hear about how you looked in the mirror because you didn't have your hat on. Oh my goodness. Bobby Slowik. Man, guys, I look so sexy without my hat on. Shut the fuck up. Fucking pussy.
But dude, I love it. Okay, no, Kevin Tyler, no, he did not say physical, altercation, but when you use context clues and you see that he said that someone had to separate the two, that to me tells me that they're like this, they're getting into it. So yes,
they're getting paid.
He didn't say physical, altercation, but I'm putting in some context clues and saying if they had to get separated. They had, there's no way we're sitting down and arguing with each other and we had to be separated. No.
Shit. I bet CJ walks into the cafeteria staff on a Friday when you're promised nachos and pizza, and all you see is a goddamn nasty ass meatloaf, a little meatloaf patty. I bet he goes straight up to that cafeteria lady. The fuck is this, bitch? At Ohio State. See, at Ohio State.
The Ohio State.
Come on, man. This shit's funny as fuck. Here we go. We got comments going crazy now.
I heard CJ slap Slowik and said, "Oh my goodness."
There we go. Yahtzee right there. CJ walks into the room with his ball swinging on the floor. Okay, that's cool, I guess.
Right. Slowik calls Schultz in, and CJ says Schultz won't save you. I don't
Schultz ain't
know.
blocking shit.
What do you think Bobby goes?
Here we go. Where does Bobby Slowik go now?
Not saying nothing dumb.
Ah, come on.
Say it then.
Boo.
Say it.
Boo. Come on, man. You know where Bobby Slowik going. He's either going to San Francisco or he's going back to PF.
Okay. I was on a different way. I thought you were gonna say Cancun or
no. In reality, I'm gonna be at a fucking McDonald's. I'm gonna be like, put the fries in the bag, bro. I don't give a fuck that you were the former offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, Bobby Slowik. Bobby Slowik is gonna be saying, "Hi, welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order?" Whopper. Come on,
I love
man.
this. We haven't
We're
had a
just-
couple, we haven't had a stream like this in a while.
We're just shooting the shit, man. We're just shooting the shit. We're just having some fun.
They called Shaq Mason for help, and he was in line at Sonic.
Good lord.
Couldn't
Couldn't find his office.
Kenyon Green, dude. His pops DMing me. You know, his dad DM'd me at 4:00 in the morning on New Year's Day.
Go be with your family.
That's exactly what I said. But he was like, he said,
fuck nut.
He said your show's trash, and put 4 shit
no.
emojis.
Oh no. No, not anybody in the comment section. Please don't say our show is trash. I'm telling you, I am begging you. Don't do that. Just
that was the first thing my eyes saw. I was like, okay.
Good fucking morning.
I was like, all right.
Fuck Kenyon Green's dad. I'm like, buddy, fuck you. You're defending. If you were, come on, man. I was in flag fucking football, and if I did something wrong, my dad yelling at me. If I'm playing like shit, my dad yelling at me. So why don't you be a fucking real dad and yell at your damn son for playing like a piece of shit? Like, I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Oh, but he got time to comment, to DM you at 4 a.m.
4 a.m, bro.
You know what you should be doing at 4 a.m? Hitting the sleds with your son. That's what you should be doing at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. You should be hitting the sleds, hitting the damn AI, getting into some blocking techniques, hitting the playbook, getting this fat ass in shape. That's what you should be doing at 4 a.m. You're over here DMing YouTube content creators.
That was funny. All right. That was funny.
We're clipping that. We're clipping that. Like, what are you doing? 4 a.m.
On New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, bro.
Oh my god, I'm crying. That was great.
If you're waking up at 4 a.m. on New Year's Day, first of all, you know you're a dad. Second, you didn't get fucked up at all.
Diablo, we love you. We love you. Yes, sir. Love you, bro. Yeah. Or maybe he was still sauced. Maybe he was
Maybe he was so drunk
that he was so mad.
And he went, who can I fucking take this anger out on? And instead of looking at his piece of shit son that sucks at blocking, he goes to a YouTube content creator talking the truth about Kenyon Green and how Kenyon Green absolutely was abysmal at left guard for the Houston Texans. I got time for a YouTuber. I don't got time to help my son learn blocking techniques. I don't got time to help my son learn what a stunt does to you. Like, you know how fucking silly that is? Come on. And the story about him, he went over to Oregon and out of Texas, and I believe that shit. I drank the fucking Kool-Aid like Kenyon Green drinks the damn Kool-Aid, as well as the rest of that damn offensive. Well, actually, the offensive linemen probably don't drink Kool-Aid. They're too bougie for that shit. They're drinking mimosas.
No.
They're drinking mimosas. They're drinking hibiscus tea or some shit. You know,
aloe vera tea.
Yeah, big time.
Yes,
with pulp. You know, like come on. Yeah,
with,
hell yeah.
With paper straws instead of plastic.
There we go. The paper straw that fucking goes into frail pieces of shit, and you're not even like a quarter way through your drink, and the damn paper straw's already tearing. Come on, man. Get paper straws out of America. Come on. Kenyon called Sue, and Sue responded, "What do you mean the quarterback hurt you? It's supposed to be the opposite."
That's good.
Dorito.
That's good.
4 a.m, dude. 4 a.m.
Let me look. Let me see if I can. If I have it.
And that's what's the funniest thing. Is Kenyon Green's dad is showing more passion going up against you than Kenyon Green has ever showed any passion on the football field. 4 a.m. Kenyon Green doesn't know what 4 a.m. looks like.
Dude, shut the fuck up, Harley.
4 in the fucking morning.
Dude, I was shocked.
His son's over there snoring his ass off.
Yeah. 4:03 a.m.
4:03.
Got
him a cup of coffee.
Your show is hot shit. Shit emoji, shit emoji, shit emoji, trash, question mark.
Question mark. He's questioning if your show is trash?
No, I'm sorry. Not a question mark. Trash can.
Trash can.
Yes.
So I know Kenyon Green be snoring loud as shit.
Yeah, but getting you Harley and Ruben should. Yeah, you know what, bro? We need to start working out because everyone calls us fat. We gotta start hitting the sleds, right? Y'all go check out those comments on Bleacher Report, dude. They kill us.
I'll show more passion on the football field as an offensive lineman than Kenyon Green and Shaq Mason can. Okay, you want to see someone? You want to see Shaq Mason look lost on a football field? I'll be out there and look lost on a football field. I do the exact same thing. Good
Look
Lord.
What Daddy said.
Who?
Danny. What? That's the first time I ever had like a parent hit me up.
So I had Will Anderson's dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Nothing negative. He was super nice. He was just like, it was a video I did around Will Anderson. It was a short.
Okay.
During the offseason, and how I was saying that Will Anderson is about to take it to a whole nother level.
Oh, okay. So you weren't talking shit.
No, I wasn't. Obviously not, because why would you ever talk shit about Will Anderson? Will Anderson is the definition of swarm, right? Like the definition of what DeMeco Ryans wants as the identity of this defense. Not no fucking fat ass named damn Kenyon Green. Okay, good Lord. Yeah, Will Anderson's dad was super nice. He just like, hey man, I appreciate you showing some love to my son there. Can't wait to see what he does this coming year and go Texans. Something quick.
Nah, bro. I mean, Will Anderson is he's gonna be like, we're gonna talk about Will Anderson for a very long time as a Houston Texan. Both you
Come
guys,
on, man. You talk about my boy Stutes like that.
No, we love Cody Stutes. We'll never.
We love Cody Stutes. Even though Landry is not afraid to call him a fat ass. Landry is not afraid to call him. They got a great relationship.
Landry's a different animal, man. He's a
And he's
different
crazy.
guy. He's awesome. Shout
Oh,
out to
he's
his
great.
pops. Shout out to
Oh,
his
hey.
pops.
Hey, we can't say what I
Yeah,
was
shout
gonna
out to
say.
his pops.
Can't say what we did. I see, Brandon. You've been in my comment section a lot about Nick M and Worry, M and Worry. I'm gonna have to do my deep dive on him. I'm not really into the whole draft conversations yet, but I did see Daniel Jeremiah had us taking Luther Burden at number 25. I was a big fan of Luther Burden from Missouri. Really good slot receiver. A lot of potential there. Not sure if he can line up outside, but yeah, I still have to do some research in there. You know, they need to make KG do bull in the ring drills. Saw Landry on Bissonnette Street on the back of an alley with someone, and Isaac, why?
No, you know what?
Come on, man.
Isaac's been saying crazy stuff all day.
This is what he does, man. This is what Isaac lives for. He lives for
dude. I would want to book it too with Chip Kelly coming. Ooh.
Say less. Say less.
I can't wait either, Diablo. I want it to be Chip. Win me a chip.
And we've been on here for an hour and a half, and there's just
Isaac, we're just kidding. We're not mad at you, buddy.
No, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously not. And if you
heard me call Aisha a hoe earlier, yeah, you know.
If you got incriminating evidence to blackmail Andrew Locker, I would say please don't do that.
Remember we had we said Jack Easterby had to have some type of evidence on Cal McNair, you know,
big time. Yeah, he had to have something before he could get fired. Yeah, Tate Rutledge, I know a lot of. Wyatt Millum, I know. Gray Zabel, I don't know. So again, I'll be getting into it. The Senior Bowl is going on, by the way. So
my roundtable brothers are there.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Nick Casario is there. D'Amico Ryans is there. So yeah, you know, you're gonna be having the Houston Texans. They were paying a good, apparently, according to Cody Stutes, who is there live at the Senior Bowl because he does it every year, I think. You know, he had tweeted out that Nick Casario D'Amico had a good vision at right towards the offensive linemen and defensive linemen one-on-one drills. Obviously, you know that they are going to be looking for an offensive lineman some way, somehow, whether through the draft or whether through free agency. We all know that they got to find somebody that gets up at 4 a.m. and starts doing their practice and then starts hitting the sleds at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
You gotta find the next Joe Thuney. I fucking wish. Woof. Random question. You ever thought starting a Madden or anime channel? Wow. Interesting.
Well, we might be doing a WWE channel.
Yeah, true.
Sooner rather than later. Madden, I'm not too good at Madden. I'm not gonna lie.
I was really, really good at it.
Ooh, you think you could?
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, you beat fucking everyone. That one night.
We had a Madden tournament, and I dominated. I just destroyed the competition. Nobody wanted to play me.
No, not after you. I think you. Yeah, no. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
And
Anime, no, because I just got into it, and there's too many just people who are like how we are about these Houston Texans is the way they are about anime. Well, it's gonna be called Talking Turnbuckles, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, hey, yeah. I mean, I'll let y'all know when we do drop the WWE channel. It'll be me, Hardy. It'll also be this guy named Angel Kicks Balls. Great guy. That's the name.
Okay.
We got Saturday night main event to talk about. Monday Night Raw, and you know who else? You know whatever else happens. Other than that, Harley, great live stream, brother. Oh man, dude, that's a tough one. Is it Rhea Ripley? Is it Tiffany Stratton? Is it Liv Morgan? No, I'll tell you right now. Right now. It's my baby EO Sky.
Okay.
That's it.
We being real or we being freaky?
Both. It's EO Sky. Like you put a trash can on and you do a backflip off the steel cage. Come on.
Nah, that's badass. That's fucking
Come on.
badass.
Empress of the Sky is what they Genius of the Sky is what they call her.
I already know who mine is.
Yeah, come on, tell me, you horny bastard.
Jada Parker.
Oh! She's not
Any
even
dogs barking in Houston right now?
She hasn't even hit the main roster yet. But go check out Miss Jada Parker. She's currently in a scandal right now. I'm not sure if you heard about the rumors of her and Jey Uso, but
Fake, dude. That's fake. There's no way. That's fake. It's got to be fake because my 0.0001% chance is still not.
Yeah, no, we would hit this WWE channel hard. Probably first episode will come out sooner rather than later. All right, bro. Do you want to see a three-peat or no?
Fuck no. Fuck that shit. Fuck Nate Burleson. Oh, you gotta respect the greatness. And you gotta go for the Chiefs. Stop being a hater. Stop being a hater. Kiss my ass. How about
Isaac
that?
found out who she was. He said who? Repeat, and then he went.
Well, Isaac Googled that shit quick. He went, wait on fucking minute. Let me go.
Isaac's a goon.
Yeah, Isaac's logging off for the day on this stream, and he's gonna have himself a blast. Let's just send it like that there. No, I don't want to see no goddamn three-peat. Fuck their three-peat. Fuck Taylor Swift. Fuck Travis Kelce.
Super Bowl the most, dude.
Say it again?
Like the Eagles fan base, horrible. The Chiefs fan base,
care.
horrible.
I don't care. I'd rather see the Eagles win. I
need a good game.
What
if the Eagles blow out?
Saquon Barkley, 4 touchdowns. Fuck it.
Dude, to think what could have been.
See.
But he was going to use it as a stepping stone to get bread, which is I don't blame no one for getting his bread. Also, it was running behind the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, like him running against this running with this offensive line would not have been the same as Saquon.
He would have had
Barkley.
1,500.
Maybe. This offensive line was dog shit. Week 1, he would have went nuts. Because Joe Mixon went nuts week 1. Saquon Barkley would have probably.
I think he went crazy too, Saquon.
Yeah, I know he did. He probably would have done the same thing here in week 1, but nah, man. The rest of the year, not seeing it. Not seeing it. Yeah, Chiefs do have D-Hop. Fuck D-Hop.
I don't want D. Yeah, I don't want D-Hop to win. Fuck D-Hop.
Man, still 400 people deep. All right, man. I think it's
hey.
I think it's about time to wrap. We've been on this way too long. And there's still no goddamn news about the Houston Texans.
A weekly thing.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. You know, Selena Vega. Let me talk about them fake things real quick. What I would do. And what I'm gonna do.
All right, bro.
Don't you Alistair Black me. Alistair Black.
Hey, he has a roster.
Alistair Black, dude. What the fuck? Him and CM Punk. CM Punk had a roster. CM Punk had Kelly in his fucking hands.
Long time was a fun time. It was fun. Because we start out with a bullshit story.
What a fucking dumbass story. And, go for it, Danny.
What did Danny say?
No, he was just talking about the WWE stuff.
Hey, I mean, if Danny wants to be a part of it, he can.
Lame. There are unspeakable things I cannot say on this live stream about what Liv Morgan can do to me.
All right, man. Episode brought to you empowered by Harley.
Anyway. Go Eagles, my brother team. Flag will fly on the road to victory. Oh, God. See, now he makes me hate the Eagles now. Okay. Yep, that's the end of the live stream. We're not getting to read that comment right there. All righty. Let's get out of here. Oren Johnson's on a different time. And we are done with the live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a very blessed rest of your day, man. I appreciate Ruben hopping on, man. We were on here for almost 2 hours and had 400 people deep for the majority of this time. So nobody is better than Amin Thompson right now. Nobody. And I say that.
Is he a franchise guy?
Amin Thompson is
what he has done in this, season has outshined anything Jabari has done in his entire, short career so far.
Yeah, like yeah, but like Amin Thompson is just he is on the cusp of being the best player in the NBA.
Relax.
No, I am not. I am dead serious with you. He is on the cusp of being the best player in the NBA. Like, he is right there.
Talking about
all he needs is a jump shot. You get him a consistent jump shot. And Cody was talking about this yesterday in the group chat. He improved already from 13% from threes to this year at 24% for threes. Let's say he improves another 9%. You're looking at 33% from threes right there. I'm sure that's in. Yeah, I'm sure already that's not very good considering that we shoot threes at a high rate now. But he's already in. I'm sure Giannis is somewhere in that 33% range when it comes to 3-point percentage. Amin Thompson is everything you want. He is. I'm sure Amin Thompson can average 20 a night if you asked him to.
And he don't come off the floor.
I mean, he averaged 20, 15, and 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. A shitty-ass Cleveland Cavaliers team. Yeah, I said it. A shitty-ass Cleveland. That Cavaliers team don't impress me that much. They don't impress me. Who the fuck the Cavaliers got?
Spider?
Fuck him. People wanted Donovan Mitchell here for Jalen Green. And now how stupid does that look?
That's what I'm saying. Don't blow it up.
Now, keep it going for real. The Texans. The Rockets.
Hungry, bro.
I need some wins, man. I need an NBA championship. It has been far too long for the city of Houston to not get that self. Damn
Super Bowl, brother. I need
a Super Bowl too.
I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna cry hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
boogers coming out. I'm gonna immediately call the plug. And I'm just gonna say, give me everything you got.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna do what Oren Johnson was talking about earlier.
All right, bro. That's it.
And that's the end of the stream right there, baby. That's how we end it here. Let's talk Astros.
If Bregman does come back, wow.
I don't think it's happening now. I really don't. I don't.
Oh, not no more?
I don't think so. It's just I'm so torn on it because Alex Bregman wants more money. His agent, Scott Boras, wants the money for Alex Bregman. He doesn't want to get paid any less than $30 million a year. The Astros were, I believe, at like $26 million a year on the contract that they offered. I'm just like, Bregman, you want to come back to Houston or not? Altuve's already rumored to be taking a position fielding at left field. You know, that was according to Chandler Rome already. That's going to be hilarious. Altuve in left field. That is going to be ridiculous. Craig Biggio was not that good of a left fielder. Everyone just goes, yeah, Biggio played left field. He was not that good of a left fielder. We'll see what happens there. Who has the patience for 100-plus games a season? I treat every Texans game like it's the last game of the season. So I have more patience when it comes to baseball because it is 160 games.
Yeah, no, Jacob lets the Rockets affect him like we do, like the Texans, bro. Like he's bad. Like he's like I used. As soon as shit starts going wrong, yeah, we're done. We're cooked.
All right, man.
Let's do it. Let's wrap it up.
Let's get out of here before we continue to talk about more Texans, Astros, Rockets, and shit.
It's just
I appreciate
the chat keeps on bringing up great questions.
And they do, man. They do. I appreciate them for that, but we're going on 2 hours. 2 hours almost, and still 400 people deep. I appreciate every single one of y'all that has been watching. If you're still watching, what are you doing? Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Ruben's channel. Excuse me, burp. Another one. Do y'all staying in? Go ahead and hit up Ruben on 713 Houston Sportscast, man. Everywhere on social media, as well as myself, the lead _HOU, everywhere on social media. Hey, you know what, man? That's the biggest compliment for me, is that I'm entertaining. That's all.
Yeah, man. If we were asked, we would have wanted y'all to let us know, like, hey, cut this.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, man, y'all fucking suck.
Y'all swarming.
Like, Flame, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I haven't had Mainbird or Dave's. Oh, actually, no, I did have Mainbird. I did, and it was fucking good. Danny knows.
Neither of those places are.
So. Chicken. Was it or hot chicken? Hot chicken. The hot chicken places. Yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken. Mainbird Hot Chicken.
I have one close here on Taylor Street over here.
I might check it out. There's Dave's over in Webster. You know what? Maybe that's the meal right now.
Hey, I found a place that could potentially host a show for us.
Whoa. Are we talking about this live? Or are we gonna put this?
Yeah, we'll wait.
We'll go backstage and talk about it. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Maria Ritas? That's a fucking pull. 45 in Winkler. If y'all don't know, Maria Ritas used to be every other restaurant.
You're right biased, brother. You're right biased.
Yeah, man. I know. I lived on Howard. So,
dude, those chimichangas, bro. I'm telling. When I was fucked up, dude, I had like 6 blue moons at the bar, and we went to Maria's Ritas. And when I'm telling you, those chimneys brought me back to life with the drip queso on them, and then it had some of the enchiladas. I loved it, bro. And then we got the sizzling fajitas. I loved it.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
I appreciate y'all, man. I do. So, y'all have a blessed one, okay?
Mm-hmm.